But once again, I'm very happy that we found all of the materials that we needed after all of our searching. And then we've been able to focus on doing all of our base stuff since then. Because truthfully speaking, we really haven't uncovered that much of the map. You know, we've done a large amount, but it definitely could have been way worse. But we found this iron, we found this copper, we found the coal. That's kind of all gone now, but we found the coal and we found some stone. So it's quite nice. Fortunately, we're at that point where coal is not mandatory anymore because we do have the alternative fuel source in the solid fuel. Yeah, likewise, the oil that we found right here. Oh boy, this is a lifesaver because all of these other sporadic patches were going to be a nightmare to get the logistics done to bring it to our facility. I am too, because I've learned that it's a lot easier to use, and we have a lot of excess a lot of the time because I don't use oil for much else. So one of your mods encourages it. Makes sense. Because I mean, like, you have light oil and you have heavy oil. What else are you going to do with them other than convert them into petroleum? And then even then, you only need so much petroleum. So it's nice to have the extra. On our last map, we used our extra oil for a flame turret defense. That was fun. We desperately needed it because we were doing a death world, but it led us to do something with them. But we're actually stocking up quite a bit of oil now. So we probably won't run out, especially since we're still pretty much making the bare minimum that we can. Go ahead, feel free. Let me know what I'm missing out on. Just about done with this. All right, so this upper part is done. Now we do the bottom part. Surprisingly, we didn't run into any biters there, did we? That was weird. So dirty power makes refined fuels pollute less. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Anything to decrease the amount of pollution I'm making. Wonder if there's a mod for quicker uranium. Like less efficient uranium usage. That'd be nice, I think. Because a lot of the time for me, by the time I start using uranium, I'm pretty much done with the map. Because I never really go too far. I just launch my rocket and I'm done. Also makes electric furnaces more power hungry. Makes small power pools burnable again. They used to be burnable? Like, what do you mean burnable? Like you can put it in a furnace and get power out of it? I don't remember that. Interesting. I'm not sure why one would be desperate enough to do that, because I mean you wouldn't make so many to do that, right? Unless it was very efficient. All right. So I'm going to start thinking about how I want to set up our red science and green science. I don't really have a set way to do it, so I kind of make it up as I go every single time. So I'm sure it's going to be a disaster like before. And even though I'm thinking about it now, I probably won't get a good setup until I actually start doing it. But I think what I want to do is I want to set red science probably around here, and then all of the green science stuff right here, and then we'll just output it. And I guess we'll put our labs here. We might want to put our labs up here or something. Because belts don't really cost anything, and we have all this extra space to put our belts, so I shouldn't really be shy about spaghetti in our base. Not so much being desperate for power as is having a use. Interesting. Well, I never get to that point where I'm like, oh, I should get rid of my small power pools, because I feel like small power pools have a use for pretty much all game. Really, only when you get to mega base and true efficiency that I guess you don't really need them anymore. But it just feels like a race of resources when you're using medium pools for things you don't necessarily need them for. Yeah, fair enough. It's our vending machine. Let's check. Is there anything that we can buy here? That's a resounding no. There's still nothing useful here. Also, did we like break the mining? I haven't seen any spiders at all, right? Very strange. I mean, of course, that means I'm probably gonna get a huge mass of them and just completely die here, but we did a huge mass. I didn't see anything. Parts have not been used at all. We're really packing in that green science. We have so much more to make. That's gonna be nice. So we should really figure out the capacity of this belt and set up more furnaces for it before we actually put anything here. Because if we can like extend this out very far, which we probably should. Oh shoot! Hey, we saved it. Nice. Good to know. So if you spam click walls and a place about to collapse, you can save it. I like it. But yeah, these should at least take 12. And then it'll double once we upgrade to red belts, if we ever do that. So I kind of want to set that up now before we do any other things, so we don't have to adjust that in the future. We can just add more and be fine. So if that's the case, maybe we shouldn't build anything here at all. But if we don't build anything here, where are we going to build all of our production stuff? And that's making me a little sad because it's making me think that I have to mine out more down here. I don't know. I will think about it. I mean, technically we have a lot of space. I just need to use it more efficiently. And we still need somewhere to put our stone and steel. I'll probably just put a bunch of furnaces right here to use and just stock them up every once in a while. But it would be nice to automate it if possible. At least the stone. I mean, technically for stone, we could actually just add another wing. The steel is the hard part because it requires the plates. I think that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm just I'm gonna bring this steel down, bring it to right here, and we'll just have another line of when I say steel, I mean stone. We'll have stone coming out here. It's not completely necessary because most of the stone that we're going to be using late game is actually going to be in actual raw stone form. But it would be nice to have some stone bricks automated because we're going to use them for some things like walls, certainly. Concrete, which we probably won't use that much of. And the electric furnaces, we'll be using a lot of it. So I think I'll do that. I'm just gonna set up like 4 furnaces for the stone bricks, and then we'll see where we go from there. And done. All right. I say done, I mean almost done. So that means we're gonna have to mine this out a little bit more. I guess we'll make our new line of base right here. I mean, this map wouldn't be called Diggy if you didn't have to dig a lot, so can't dock it for that. I still think that there's a little bit too much tedium in the mining phase of this map. I'm having fun still, but it's a lot. It's a lot of mining. And because it's a lot of mining, it's a lot of waiting around and or holding down your right click. But I'm not really sure how I'd fix it other than just increasing the mining speed. All right, So because we're moving down here, I'm also going to move our turrets. Someday we'll get level 14 and then we'll be able to use landfills and it's going to be amazing. We're at 17k now in terms of our cave size. We haven't had any evolution in our biters lately, so I'm pretty happy about that. Please don't jinx me, game. I'd like it to keep it that way. I'm guessing probably around 20k is when the medium spitters will arrive, and or the bigger biters, really medium spitters. If with the large biters come, we're gonna be in some big trouble. We're already having some trouble with the medium biters. Would not like to see how ineffective we are against the larger ones. At that point, we're definitely gonna have to start getting some more piercing rounds and getting more military research done. Concrete? Do we have concrete? I think I picked some up earlier as well. We do. Interesting. I believe you can use concrete to stabilize your foundation a little bit more, which means less walls, I think. I don't know by how much. So I don't know if the concrete's going to be very helpful or not. I mean, it's still helpful for the movement speed bonus because we are running around a lot, but for stabilization, if it helps a lot, like we won't have to use it. We could open up a whole area and that'd be nice. I suppose I could test it out a little bit. I was right. I'm probably not going to do concrete. I don't have the research for it yet. And that's going to be for later. And stone bricks, I don't really want to use. It just cost way too many stone bricks that I could be using for walls or saving up, really. I'm loath to think about spending stone bricks enough to carry all of this. We're almost done here. It's been a long time coming, but we're almost here. This better be happy. I'm using my precious piercing rounds ammo on you. So that saved me a bit of time. That's nice. Okay, so again, once we're done with this, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna set up, oh no, not paying attention. We're going to set up a stone furnace area right here. That is very interesting to me. I really thought the copper would have done this first, but looks like the iron got here first. Must be all this, I guess. That makes sense. Also, all of this is backed up. I see. Okay, all right, all right. There we go. I mean, we were out of copper for a while. I don't know how long, but not that big a deal. Boy, oh boy, are we making a lot of plates now. I do like it greatly. Gonna keep on adding to this, and we'll use it eventually. Whenever I do this, I find uses for it, so they are not going to waste. Not in the least. How are we doing on full? We're absolutely full. That's quite amazing. Worth it. Almost done. Have this small section left, and then we'll get back to building stuff, making our factory grow, and you'll get to see me be very confused on what I want to do over here. In a way, this is pretty satisfying, just seeing all this clear out slowly. But I'm also thinking of all the editing I'm gonna have to do for when I put this on YouTube. And boy, is it gonna be a lot in comparison to what I normally do. Watching this on YouTube now, I hope you appreciate it. I'm bad at editing. And it takes me a very long time. Saved it. God, I've lost that bot there. All right, with this, we should be done for the time being. I'm sure I'm gonna have to mine a lot more in the future, probably very soon actually, but probably won't be today. I think I'm done with mining for today. Let's just build. First, you know what we have to do. We have to clean up our walls. Get this going. Our entire perimeter decked out in light. I think that's good enough. Oh, look at all this mess. It's gonna be a lot to do here, but once we're done, we'll be progressing a lot faster, hopefully. Fortunately, we already have our templates up basically, so I just need to fix these and we'll be okay to go. All this is a mess, so we're gonna have to fix. Let's just do everything other than that first. Side here. Okay, all that is done. Bitcoin, I'll take that. Rock. Thought it was a corpse. A little bit careful on what I'm picking up. And it looks like we have this bottom portion all done. Kind of nice that all looks. Yeah. Can we take this for an example of how good the stone bricks are? That's pretty nice. Because all of this is unneeded, technically. This whole area was fine as it was, just surrounded by bricks. That's actually a lot larger than the 4x4 square that they allow with just the walls. Intriguing, but you know, if I wanted to do that, I should have done that a long time ago, probably. Alright, we are gonna set up our own soonish. We'll just have to see on how much stone we actually have to spend, because again, we're gonna need a lot of stone for all the railings for our rocket. I would hate to have to go explore to find more deposits of stone. Would be... We're doing this pretty quick. We're getting more proficient at fixing our walls, so that's nice. This would have taken us a lot longer before, and we'll leave all that up. Alright. Look at that. Look at all those dots. It's a lot of walls, but that's pretty good. Alright, so let's set up our iron or our stone real quick while I remember about it. Let's see. We have all of our stone being filtered out this way and that way. The thing is, I don't want to actually smelt all of our stone. I want to keep some of it in stone form. So just taking half of it would be fine, but I don't know. I think that's still more stone that I want to use up. That's fine. We're not going to be using that many furnaces for this, so good. In fact, let's just use the two that we have, because I don't have anything else. So let's do this. We're going to put that underground pipe it here. Now we have our coal portion, stone portion right here. Have to meet the two up. That could be done cleaner, but I'll take it. That's good enough. Plop these. Plop these two down here. There. There. And good to go. I want to save some space. Do I? Nah, it's fine. Oops. We are out of loaders. That sucks. I'll just use a normal inserter here. So that looks like it's doing the job. We'll slowly get enough stone bricks here. And if we get enough, I'll consider actually using them. But in the meantime, good enough. Guess I'll also two. I didn't want to, but this is definitely not going to do it fast enough. Otherwise, go. Okay, we're full on pipes. Bring the pipes over here to our ghetto engine making setup. What else do we need? Steel. Oh no, steel. We're so low on steel. What do we want to do about steel? I need to automate it in some way. I guess we'll automate it right here. When I say automate, I mean roughly mainly feed things and automate it that way. Put these down. Rock, how dare you exist in my Diggy. Okay, so we'll put those there. Scared me. Let's make a save before something bad happens. So I'm just gonna do this. It's only gonna have iron on it, and I'm just gonna manually feed the coal for now. It'll be a little bit better than just having to come back here all the time and add the iron. So no, we'll take that over the alternative. And then once we get enough steel, we're actually going to replace all of this. Replace these with the better versions of it. Okay, so we actually have all of our things now. We have steel being made, we have stone bricks being made, we have all of the iron and copper. Things are looking up. Definitely not the best way to do things, but it's one of the ways to do it, so that's all I can ask for at the moment. I guess technically I could have put iron on one side and then the coal on the other, but the coal runs slow here, so it should be fine. And you know, look at that. We're just about done with our green science. We have 400 made. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna stop that right away now, and let's make a lot of steel furnaces. namely 6. That's good enough for me, apparently. All right. So we've fully upgraded our setup here. We'll just have to come back down and feed it once in a while. Let's get our science up and running. Then I think it's going to be a little bit late for me, so I'm probably going to call it after we get our science up and running. It'll probably take us 30 or so minutes, so let's get started. How do we want to do this? We might want to consider setting up circuits first, because we're going to need circuits if we want to do green science. So if we're going to do that, where are we going to put them? I do want this to have some sort of organization. I don't want a complete spaghetti, even though it will definitely end up being spaghetti in the future as we add more to it. These stack inserters are not really doing 2 at a time. Our stack size is very small at the moment. Okay, so if we're going to do this, how are we going to... Let's go on. So first off, I guess we need to make some loaders. So we're going to need some belts and other things. How expensive are these things? 5 inserters. Dang. They do help, but those are quite expensive. In the meantime, I'm going to set up our science real quick. We can always move this at the end, but I think it'd be helpful for us to set up now since we already have so much science to work with. Probably should have done this a while ago, but wouldn't be me if it was efficient, right? Right, so let's change our science into something that can use green and red. Like the inserter capacity bonus, that might be helpful. Logistic robots would be nice, but I'm not going to be using them most likely. At least until we get the better chests. Lasers. No use. Absolutely no use for those. Electric energy distribution. Probably helpful. Only reason I haven't gotten them yet is because of the steel requirements. And again, we don't have that much steel right now, so I've been staying away from that. Lab research speed. I think we're going to definitely need this in the future, so I'm going to do that now. We'll get 1 or 2 levels. Because once we actually get our research up and running, I feel like there's going to be a ton of waiting around. Because we just have so much science to research. So much research to science. Still thinking of how we want to do this. I do think that we should do circuits first. Circuits are going to inform where we want to put everything else. The problem is, do I want to put them like right next to our chests here? Probably not, but at the same time, where else are we going to put them? And we're not going to do a huge setup anyways, like we would normally do. We're just going to do maybe 2 at a time. Probably 4. 4 would be nice. 4 really isn't that much to begin with, but it's definitely going to take up a lot of space. And we wouldn't be able to do our normal setup. Can we? Well, actually, we definitely can. We'll just move the pillars out of the way, but this works fine. All right. Okay. All right. So how do we want to do that? I guess we're putting all of our production this way. Man, there's so much more to mine. But we're gonna put our production this way, I guess. So that means that I'm going to load our iron and copper up, and then we'll bring them down, and then make all of our stuff over here. And then any labs we'll just, any science we'll just bring up through here. I'm trying to think of exactly what I want to do, but I don't see an alternative. I can't move this either, so we'll put circuits right here. Let's do it. I do want to do 4 at a time. I don't think the 2 will cut it. And I was thinking of mirroring it. We're gonna have to do some adjustments if we want to do that. I think it's probably just better off to do a complete vertical setup. Like this. But instead we'll actually reverse it, so the circuits get output on the inside here. Trying to think. Because technically, so circuits need 3 copper cables, and they're made every 0.5 seconds. And we make 2 copper cables every 0.5 seconds. So we know the ratio is 3 to 2, but I was trying to think if there's a better way to set it up in a more space efficient way. I guess not. I mean, the ratio is a ratio for a reason. So let's... These are going to be our circuits. They're going to be our copper cables. And Okay. I was a little scared that wouldn't work, but looks fine. So that's all good. We have that going. Let's add a pillar just in case. Oh, I have removed the wrong one. There we go. That's a lot cleaner than up here. I guess I should... Oh boy, mistakes were made. Okay, we got all of our things out. I should have just put up more walls. We lost maybe 1 or 2 fast inserters, but we got all the assembly machines at least. Learned our lesson there. That's my bad. Research is done. We'll see if level 2 also wants red and green. If it does, then I guess we'll get that. Or we'll get the stack inserter capacity bonus. $200. Is there anything else? Actually, let's do the concrete. We're gonna need that eventually in the future. No, let's do the research speed. While we will need the concrete in the future, presumably, you know, we'll be able to research that a lot faster once we're done. Once we're near end game there, so probably not a wise idea to do it right now. Okay, so let's try this again. So we want this here. There we go. There we go. All right. Now we just put our output. We'll connect these two together and output it this way. Why? I'm not sure, but that's how I want to put it right now. I'm gonna save the game before I take away that pillar. All right, safe. And we're gonna need some iron plates to be input into here. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I advising my mind here. Plans. Let's actually get our things out here. So that's going that way. That's going this way. Something like that. And again, you betcha I'm going full spaghetti on this. If you didn't think it was coming, then welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for the first time ever. Here we go. All right. Looks good. There's gonna be a lot of dead product on the line here, which is not exactly what I want, but we can always tune this up later on. Okay, so something that we could do is we could do a half belt setup, but why do that? We don't need to. So we're just gonna use our long-handed inserters here. I feel like I'm playing Minesweeper or something. And I have to check each square and make sure that the bomb's not there. Even though technically I should be able to figure out if it's there or not. Because that's actually the perfect simile there. Lockrum. We want to do the same thing. We just put up some extra walls here, make our area look extra shabby. But all right. Been a long time coming, but we have some things automated. Isn't that lovely? Now, let's get the easy stuff done. We have our circuits. Now we just need to get our red science and green science done. So red science is going to come last because it's the easiest to do, I believe. So I want to do our belts and inserters next. So to do that, bring this belt down. This is definitely not going to be sustainable if we do this long term, but you know, we're doing all of this in very small increments. I think we'll be fine. While we're doing this, we could start considering maybe also looking for a way to automate engines, because engines kind of need similar things. Not exactly, but kind of. By the way, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just randomly putting things down, and hopefully, eventually, it will look nice. Who knows? Okay, so we have our iron wheels here. We're gonna need iron plates. So where are my assembly machines? I guess we're out. Make more. Like our steel's out. Let's go and grab some more iron. Stone's still coming in. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think loaders are pretty neat. A lot of the time they're not, there's better methods of doing things, but for simple things like this, not bad. Gear wheels, let's go grab those. All right, there we go. We have a lot of assembly machines being made, and we will need them eventually, so it's worthwhile. And then the rest will just... No, the rest we're going to throw into blue science. Where are the engines that we should be making? Here, let's add some steel. Look at that. We'll pick up some plastic and blue science, everyone. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so is this the best thing to do here? I'm pretty sure it isn't. But at the same time, maybe it is. Let's see. So if this was belts, then move this over a little bit. And I fed this here. Then I could get belts out to here. And then this could be inserters, but I'd need to grab circuits. What would be a better method for this? I know there's plenty of them, but I'm trying to keep the walls in mind. And also my space. I think... Let's see here. So... I'm gonna grab these. Gotta connect these two. I already have that. Probably in my best interest to swap these two. Okay, and then, so now I have that, that. I guess it really doesn't matter in the end. Then I'll output that. That. Then I could always put excess belts right here. I think that's acceptable. Is it good? Certainly not. But is it acceptable? I believe so. And I'm going to try to put 2 green signs here, and we'll see if this works out. If it's only 1, that's completely fine with me. But, you know, trying our best. Right? Immediate problem right here. Delete fixed. Okay. All right. Long time coming, but it's here. We've done it. Success. Green science. Now, I'm gonna put them into this chest because I don't know what to do with them yet. And we still have our circuits here, so that's nice. Out of red science. Never thought I'd see the day. We had a lot. We had a lot stored up. Oh boy. All right. Okay, so now we have belts over here, and we have inserters over here if we need to pick them up. Fast inserters would also be nice. Do I really want to do that? I think I do. Nah, I'll just make the fast inserters normally. I was thinking of putting our assembly machine right here, having this insert to here because pretty much all the ingredients I need are right there. And then I can bring the other inserters around. Completely doable. But I'm lazy, so I'm not gonna do it right now. Okay, so red science. We want to do red science either here or over here. Probably over here is best for us at the moment. So let's do that. Red science only needs copper plates and iron gear wheels. So trying to think of how best to extricate the iron from here, from our spaghetti. Because I didn't make a bus, and I don't really plan on doing it because we're not gonna have enough space to do it all. So spaghetti is the way of life here, down in Diggy. So one thing I could do is I could just put an underground belt here and continue it on. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I don't need to put an underground belt at all. That's not actually a problem. We can actually put our red science in this small corner that's right here. That's perfect. See, I completely planned out this entire thing. I'm just amazing at everything here. Please praise me for my ingenious tactical skills. Neat. That actually works out. We do want, so red science does make slower than green science, no, faster than green science. But it's such a small difference that I do want 2 red science to the 2 green science at the very least. Let's mine this out a little bit, and we'll put another red science down. We're gonna need to make this a little bit prettier later on, because right now our bronze doesn't really have an out. We could grab it from here instead and bring it down. But who knows? Who knows what I'm gonna do in the future? I did put this here with intention to bring it here and then down, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm crazy. Things don't make sense whenever I make things. The only problem here is that I don't actually have a way to output our science. What I could do is I could output them on this side, bring them up and to the left, and then put them wherever I'm going to put my labs. I don't think this is going to be our final place for labs. But you know, it could be. Not the worst place for labs, but it's not the best place either. But I didn't really leave myself much room to place them anywhere else. I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the order of this and have this be the first one. And I think that should be fine. Then pretty much every other science will probably manually feed because it'll be a pain otherwise. And I think that's acceptable. What? Landfills. When are you coming? We have landfills now. Amazing. Okay, let's go buy some. Fortunately, we're literally right here. Man, is this going to be expensive. This is where all my money is going to go, into landfills. Luckily, we're not going to be using that much because, again, everything's so small in comparison to what we normally are dealing with, so fortunately that covers us, so neat. Does it reach? It does not. honestly very surprised that that held. I will take it. And there we have it. Everything is good to go. The difference I'll make here is have a nice buffer. I don't need that many. Put the buffer here for red. Perfect. Done it. After like 15 hours, we have red and green automated and being made as we like them to. It's not in any quick or efficient method, but it exists. We're gonna do concrete for right now. Actually, no. Let's fix that and finish off this. How do you... Oh, okay. Some lights over here so we can admire our terrible spaghetti. But it works. And we have circuits for later. We have iron and copper. So everything is as it should be. So I think that's actually a pretty good spot for us to end today. I'm just going to reload. I'm going to check out all of our mining and filters and whatnot, and after that, I think we'll call it a day for today. We managed to move all of our smelting from over here to over here, and I'm definitely going to add to this. We can extend this out further and get more smelting done. And then tomorrow we're gonna probably mine the rest of this out and then use this to make anything else we need. We have engines that we're gonna need. We need advanced circuits. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that, but I guess we'll automate that somehow. It won't be that bad. We already have the circuits kind of made, and plastic is already also made. So we just need to bring this down and bring the copper along, and we should be fine. I might actually put the advanced circuits in this spot here, going to the left, and then we'll bring it up or something. Should be good. Should be good. I believe. I hope you believe as well. Okay, we're just refilling all of this stuff. Putting that back, we're going to take the iron out of this, put the copper in here, move the coal. Don't think about believing. Okay, you know, I'll take that. I'll take that. Close enough. But look at this wonderful, beautiful iron and copper half and half line. That's awesome. We are running. We did run out some of the iron, but everything else is looking good. Some copper as well. We still have some leftover things here that we can use for other projects. Take this copper and put it in here. let's go check on our other filter over here. Looks like everything's been dried up. I don't see anything on the line here. Stone galore. That's, that's kind of what I need from this spot, is the stone. I will take all the copper, because we are kind of not as copper rich as we are iron rich in that other area. Look at all this stone. This is going to be perfect for any walls that we're going to be needing, or rails. Mainly rails. Rails definitely use up a lot of stone rather quickly. And we still have that. And that looks good. I'm surprised we haven't run out of coal, considering we're not mining anything up here. That's actually quite surprising to me. So tomorrow we're gonna have to actually, I guess, pick all this up and then move our coal mine down. The vein does continue this way a little bit, and probably up here a little bit as well. And there's still a lot of stone here for us to pick up as well. So we'll just move everything to the right to grab this, and a little bit up, and we'll grab that. And there's some over here as well. And if we absolutely run out of coal, we can come down here and grab that. But overall, our systems have been working pretty well. These filtering systems, I wasn't really sure how this would work out, but I'm pretty pleased with the end product here. And we still have all of this extra oil that I started a long time ago. So if we ever run out of oil for whatever reason, we'll be fine. It does look like our light oil is stocked up, but we're not using anything else, so whatever. We'll leave it as is. I want to check on our stuff here. So it does look like the red signs that we're making is not enough, as probably is expected. The only reason we have green right now is because we had so much left over. So we might want to consider adding more later on, maybe making this a little bit more robust. If we do that, we'll have to do this as well, but it looks like we're completely fine on that front if we wanted to add more green. So we'll probably have to redo this. But that's all for tomorrow. This is our map that we're going to end up with. Our bird is slowly becoming very fat. But, good for him. Good for him. So thank you everyone for watching. It's all the worms, yeah. We've had a couple, you're right. So, alright. Thanks once again. I will see you guys next time.